or for Prime Minister. I was born in Newfoundland, lived in Ottawa and Vancouver. And then I lived, what did Cooper and Schneider say about aliens? Well, William Cooper saw a UFO fly up out of the ocean in 1966 on his way to Pearl Harbor. He was in the U.S. Navy. He was debriefed after berthing the submarine by a commanding officer. All the witnesses were. Said if you speak about what you didn't see, you could find up to $10,000, lose all paid allowances due or to be due, or you could go to jail. So he decided to create a radio show, start a newspaper, write books, public speak, and he was actually driven off the road and lost his leg in a car accident. People later visited him in the hospital saying that if he didn't keep quiet, it could affect his family, so he continued to speak about it. He was actually assassinated on November 5th, 2001, after predicting the 9/11 attacks in June 2001, saying that how convenient it is that the top FBI and intelligence teams can't find Osama bin Laden, but an American journalist with a TV camera crew waltzed into his hideout and interviewed him. Philip Schneider worked in building underground bases in Dulce, New Mexico. In late August of 1979, I believe it was, him and 98 other, allegedly 98 other government workers were sent into this underground base, claimed to have seen tolerate aliens, was attacked by one of them, lost 2.5 of his fingers, and other things happened to him, including being opened up like a fish. He said all of his toenails were burnt off, his left foot looked like a crispy critter, and he was unconscious. The only reason why he survived along with 2 other people is because a Green Beret put him back up to land. He began to publicly speak about this, and he was assassinated also in January 1996. They claim it to be a suicide. Did anyone else talk to Omaha? No, I'm sorry. How can I do that? Who's Bridget DePape or DePape? I think Hillary Clinton is hot. Talking about Philip Schneider and William Cooper, who were assassinated. Also, I put another video about Wilhelm Reich, who spoke about orgone energy. He was also assassinated. Well, died of mysterious causes in jail slightly before his court date, and then his assistant was released and committed suicide after being released. After they burned all of his books, tried to stop him from talking about this energy that could actually heal people. I have 12 piercings.
Listen, you have enough battery for me to do that.
We have no intention of dismantling the regulatory agencies. However, we must come to grips with inefficient and burdensome regulations. We will eliminate those that are unproductive and unnecessary. We have no intention of dismantling the regulatory agencies. However, we must come to grips with inefficient and burdensome regulations. We have no intention of dismantling the regulatory agencies. However, we must come to grips with inefficient and burdensome regulations. We will eliminate those that are unproductive and unnecessary.
Tearing down these antiquated walls and granting banks significant new authority.
In a victory for the banking industry, Congress has approved legislation which will allow commercial and investment banks to merge and form institutions of unprecedented size and global reach.
I think it's very important for us not to introduce regulation for regulation's sake.
I do believe in the American dream. Owning a home is a part of that dream. We are taking action to bring many thousands of Americans closer to owning a home. This project not only is good for the soul of the country, it's good for the pocketbook of the country as well.
The housing market has reached
by social
communication. So I think that putting some sort of message, clear, rational, debate, a slogan, something you saw on a good sign, I think that that matters too. Start getting hundreds and thousands of weird responses to their credit card applications. Well, reacting to us is an our banks don't spend lobbying Congress on how to screw us. It's an our banks don't spend foreclosing on our houses. Now, this postage paid protest sort of thing, this is no substitute for getting out into the street and making your voices heard. Protest is. But after you've been out there lending your voice to the crowd, or if you happen to live in a city that's away from the big cities that are having major Occupy movements, go to your mail. 5 seconds sorting through your junk mail and send some stuff back to these guys.
We have no intention of dismantling the regular...
You can at least keep...
It's not me, it's you.
This has been a long time coming. I can't trust you anymore.
At first, I thought...
A smile for me when I walk through the door.
But I'm starting to see the bigger picture.
You were only smiling at my paycheck.
You don't care about me. You never did.
You want me to invest?
You claim that you have my best interest at heart.
You don't even care about me. The last time you were in trouble.
Why don't you show some responsibility?
You carry on like nothing happened. You know what?
I'm through.
Elsewhere.
support these big corporations that have such a high demand. Yeah, they never felt a thing. They find cages. They're like wallowing in their own feces. The ammonia, it causes them pain to have to be smelling this all the time.
According to the tables which we have assembled, it is our estimate that 4% of the American people own 85% of the wealth of America.
When you look at the different mixtapes that I put out, and you see 4180, the prescription, that's an address that I lived at. So I try to embody everything that I've been through in all different places that I've been and seen into my music.
The people to eat. The only way you'll ever be able to feed the balance of the people is to make that man come back and bring back some of that grub he ain't got no business with. Now, how are you going to feed the balance of the people? What's Morgan and Baruch? They can't wear the clothes, they can't live in the house. Give them a yacht. Get them to Reno and give them a new wife when they want it, if that's what they want. But when the God's living earth that they can eat and they can wear and they can live in, and all that their children can live in and wear and eat, and all their children. Mr. Morgan and Mr. Mellon and Mr. Rockefeller back and say, come back here. Put that stuff back on this table here. Something else for the American people to consume, and that's the program. We're not going to destroy the Gulf Refining Company. We're not going to. But we're going to say that the limit